Okay, first thing is knowing where to find Excel at. And I'll probably make some mistakes here because I haven't done Excel spreadsheets most of the summer. I took off, but if you can't find Excel, you need to really pay attention here. This is half the battle, is just finding out where it is. It's usually in the Microsoft Office package. So if you go to All Programs, and sometimes you'll be able to just look and see where it's at if it's got the icon up here on the desktop. This does not have it. It has the Word, which you could get to there from Word. But the main Excel is right up here. Wow, this is an old one. It's Microsoft Excel 2003. The cheat sheet I have is for Microsoft Excel 2007, but it will work just fine. Most of the functions are the same. Okay, so Microsoft Excel, the other way you can get to it is if you go up Microsoft Office package. How many of you know what programs are all included in the Microsoft Office package? Raise your hand if you know all of them. Okay, because there's some that I did not even know were part of this Microsoft Office package. Okay, Bill Gates became the richest man in the world selling this. He doesn't sell computers, he just sells this operating system, the Microsoft software. Okay, Microsoft Office Access, Microsoft Office Excel, Microsoft Office InfoPath, Office Outlook, that's your email program, PowerPoint, you've probably heard of that one, Publisher, okay, for publishing websites, brochures, almost anything you can find in Microsoft Office Publisher, and then of course Word is the word processing one. So we're going to go to Excel. Okay, once I go to Excel, this is a completely blank spreadsheet. Okay, this is what you're going to get to start with. Okay, these coming down here are called what? Okay, these are columns. Coming down here, this is a column. Coming across here are rows. So going across here is row. Okay, the individual boxes are called cells. C-E-L-L. Okay, so now this is kind of interesting. If you wanted to know what this cell here was called, does anyone know what this cell right here is called? It's called B because it's B6. Okay, so if you were going to do functions of a cell, you would say maybe B6 plus C6 equals, and then you'd put D6 here and it would add them up for you. You're going to do at least one function on your spreadsheet. Okay, and what I'm going to do, I'm taking a completely blank spreadsheet here, and I'm going to go edit. Oh, I thought I had it on my clipboard to paste it on, but I don't. Okay, so I'm going to go down here within my Microsoft Excel. I'm going to go to Blank Book 2014 Roll Book. Okay, here is my roll sheets. Okay, this one is for my second hour class. Okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I'll show you how I can make this real easy. And I'll take a blank sheet like sheet 9 or 8. Okay, I always leave one sheet blank as my template. Okay, and here's an easy way to do that. If I want to copy everything on this sheet, I go to the upper corner, click in that upper left corner, see way up here, upper left corner, click there, and now I'm going to go edit, copy. I copy everything in there. Okay, edit, copy, and I'm going to go insert a new worksheet. Okay, here's a brand new worksheet, blank like I just showed you, right? I go up here, go edit, paste. I just pasted in this name and this format for my roll sheets. Are you with me so far? Now I need to put your names in there. And the reason I like using an Excel is because I can modify the names and stuff where I can't do that on our regular Skyward. Okay? So this is where it's going to get a little tricky. I'm going to go into Skyward. And hopefully I can do this. This is Core Tech, right? I go to Core Tech, and I had asked Skyward if they would put the names on Skyward somewhere to be exported to Excel so that we could import them into a class roster or an attendance sheet. Okay? So here's the roll. Doesn't look like we're missing anyone today. Lunch count, raise your hand for lunch count. As long as I'm here, I'll do this. I'll make this into a spreadsheet program for lunch count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. Okay. 12. So, for instance, the school has a function where it takes Mr. Carey's lunch count, it adds them to every other teacher's, has a function that says add them all up, the sum is this many, and it sends that sum to the lunch ladies so they know how many lunches to cook. Okay, that's a spreadsheet function. Trevor, if I look up again and you're not paying attention, it will ruin my entire video. Okay, so here I go. I'm going to save that. Is Nate here? Oh, there you are, sorry. Okay, so I normally wouldn't do this from, this is my attendance sheet. I'm going to see if I can do it from there, just out of curiosity. Print class roster. Export to Excel. So it's exporting it out to an Excel format. Display report. Open. You're not going to have to know how to do all this. I'm just taking, rather than type in all the names. Okay, do you guys know how to adjust the size of cells? If you click up in there where it says like A, B, C, D, see how I'm dragging this over? Because the first cell's not big enough. It's not big enough for both first and last name, right? So I'm dragging that over, giving us a little more room between the name and the student ID. Okay? So here they are. Last name, first name, student ID number. I don't need that. Did you guys see how I did that up here where I changed the size of that cell? I could do the same thing here and change the size of these cells. Okay? I could make that one bigger than the last one. Okay? Now what I'm going to do, I click in this corner and I drag all of these names over, and I want to take your ID number with us. So now I'm going to go up, edit, copy those. Now I'm going to go back to that blank Excel format that I had, which I believe it was under Blank Book 2014, right there. I come over here to the upper corner, edit, paste. There's the names. There's the roster. Okay, if I want to change that cell size there, I can bring that a little closer. Now, one thing that's kind of messed up, I don't know if you guys can tell it from here, but by the names and everything here, when it copied them, it didn't bring the border lines, the outlines, you know. So what I'm going to ask you guys to do, you're going to make a spreadsheet and you're going to print it. It can be fun things. You can do a spreadsheet of, you know, any hobbies you have, or your CD collection, your music collection, or something fun. But I always want you to go here first and go File and go Print Preview. So over here, There it is. See how there's no lines there? I don't like that. I want lines in there. And I could get a lot more on the paper if I turned it. You guys know the difference between portrait and landscape. Okay? So that's going to require I go into page setup. Go setup. And I'm going to change that from portrait to landscape. Okay? And okay, let's close that. I'm not going to print that yet because I want to get border lines in here. I do that by going right up here. See where the borders are? I can put colors in there, which will do me no good because my printer only prints black and white. But I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put border lines in there. Draw all borders. I put border lines in there. Okay. I'm going to make rows where I have 5 people in each row, right from here over. Okay, then you can see me better. So I'll just do it alphabetically. I go right up here after 5 people, after Caitlin Combs, I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to insert a what? A row or a column? Row, okay? Here's an easy way to remember that. Columns on a building, like hold the building up, okay? So they go up this way, columns are on buildings, okay? So after 5, that's row 1. Another thing I'm going to do here, just to easily identify the different rows, I'm going to add a color in there, just a color of like gray. Here, fill color, gray. Okay, see how that made a line there? I'm going to go here between 16 and 15, and I'm going to go insert a row. While I have it highlighted, I'm going to go over and make this color, oops, where'd it go? Colors, here we go, gray. And then lastly, right here after, what would that be, student 15, insert a row and color it to make it easily identifiable. And I just do gray, the lightest shade of gray I can. Okay, so that's my attendance sheet. If I were going to do something like a function to add things up, I could go like this and drag all of the C column here, and I would go up here under function and take an average and put it right down here. So Tailin wool, I should have done that on the next box down. I'm going to do an edit undo. And it would take the average of all of these student numbers here and put them down in this box right here. Okay, just by highlighting them. And it's saying it's a dividend. An average is the sum divided by the dividend. But here's all of the functions. Maximum, minimum, the sum of all of them. If I wanted the sum of all of them, I could go here, go function, the sum of all of those numbers. Oh, I should have highlighted them first. Take all those, go up here, and go sum. That didn't give me the sum. I don't know why. Maybe I need to function key sum, and then put it down here where you want the sum to go, which isn't working right now. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or if it's just not. It's saying sum of C5 to C26, C5 to C26, and no worries. Now I'm going to go File, Print Preview. I always want to look at it before I print. Print preview. Look pretty good? Yeah. I make sure I don't have just a little bit going on to the next page or anything. Like yesterday I was having a small portion just go on to the next page. Why I'm here. Is there anyone that goes by a name other than what I have on there? Okay? So, when we come back from break, Mrs. Torgerson said that she was going to be taking a break like 35 or 40 minutes into it. I will have you get a laptop. New rule this year. If you get a laptop and you want to start working on your spreadsheet today, you can. But if your computer does not work, you're not going to come up and tell me about it. I don't want to hear these words. My computer doesn't work. We're just going to put a note on it. I'm going to have a thing of sticky pads up here. You're going to put a note on it and put it on that desk. I'll have a desk over there with 6 computers. And you're going to say, doesn't work. We won't need internet for this activity because we already have Excel on here. You could put doesn't work, won't start up. Later we'll get into doesn't go on the internet. Okay. Now I'm going to do print 2 of them. And I did this for all my other classes except for your guys and 4th hour. Do I have any of you in my 4th hour class also? Okay, in 4th hour also. So in there you might be helping people do this. Okay, because we're going to do this in there in that tech class also. Okay? So if you have no other spreadsheet you can think of making, then you could do like I did here, just an attendance sheet. Okay? Or something just to where you've done an Excel spreadsheet. Did that print in the back corner there? Could you hear it printing yet or not? File. I go print preview first, always. Okay, I look at it, I make sure that it's the right direction. And then I go print. The Brother 5250 is in the back there. I always make an extra copy. As long as I'm printing one, I'm going to make an extra one, go OK. It says it's now printing page 1 of 1715. Huh. Wonder if that printer's not on. Done.